Local history brings us together. In many Quebec regions where English communities are in decline, Francophones are learning, sharing, and caring for Anglophone heritage. A good example is the Société d'Histoire du Canton d'Orford, a mostly Francophone volunteer group and member of the Quebec Anglophone Heritage Network. The group was able to carry out several activities with support of our Belonging Project, including this bilingual display of never-before-shown archival photos in Old Cherry River Village, close to Orford Park. English-speaking colonists were drawn to the area as early as 1801, and some of their descendants still live in Orford Township. The Historical Society researched stories of early immigration for a series of bilingual exhibition banners that will be on display in the community starting this summer. Research focused on three groups: New Englanders, immigrants from the British Isles, and French Canadians arriving from elsewhere in Quebec. One of the new exhibition banners tells about the origins and identity of the first settler families. Another introduces two remarkable Irish women who beat the odds and held on to their homesteads as widows in the mid-1800s. After the pandemic forced cancellation of a highly anticipated walking tour last fall, the Orford Historical Society showcased local historic sites online. Our partnership with Orford's Société d'Histoire illustrates a principle that has guided QAHN for more than 20 years. The history of Anglophone Quebec is part of our shared heritage in this province, quelle que soit la langue qu'on parle. French-English relations tend to dominate Quebec's public historical imagination. Along the Gaspé coast, where many Anglophones trace their roots to Loyalist settlement in the 18th century, two remarkable German immigrants are now also being remembered. That's thanks to a nonprofit group in the town of New Carlisle that partnered with QAHN on our Belonging Project. Heritage New Carlisle operates the Kempfer Cultural Interpretation Centre housed in this historic Victorian residence. It was built in 1868 for a descendant of the first Kempfer who settled on the Baie des Chaleurs back in the 1780s. With QAHN's support, the group has created a large, permanent outdoor interpretation panel that tells about Friedrich Ludwig Kempfer's journey to Canada as a soldier of fortune on the British Empire's payroll. Kempfer and another soldier, William von den Velden, were among the 30,000 or so German mercenaries hired by the English to help fight rebel forces during the American Revolution. Von den Velden also settled in Canada after the war. He drew up land surveys for Gaspésian settlers and served for many years as Justice of Peace in the region. He also ran a printing business and even served a term as the Gaspé representative in Quebec's Legislative Assembly. A second interpretation panel at the Kempfer Centre tells about his legacy. These and other immigrant stories from across Quebec remind us that our cultural heritage has many origins. I'm going to finish with an excerpt from a video made by the English Community Organization of Lanaudière, which documents the story and recent destruction by local authorities of the Mascouche Seigneurie. I encourage you to watch the whole documentary. Sadly, it shows our society's ongoing failure to save historic buildings and heritage sites in Quebec. And if you can this summer, please consider visiting your local museum and support the work that heritage workers do in your community. Thank you.